I never thought butchery could be a thing for me. I've never even thought about it being different in different places. I thought every country sold meat the way I used to know in my country. Display the meat in the market, and you just point at the portion you want. The butcher will ask you how much, the amount you have, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. They will cut out the part and cut it in slices or little portions for you, and then you go. Caskia. But until I went to Kenya, I now discovered that butchery is actually a thing. It's actually different in different places. The way they do it here is not how they do it here. So today in this video, for someone that has been to two different African countries aside my home country, I want to compare, like bring to light the butchery in the two different African countries I've been to, which is Gabon and Kenya. So let's dive right into this video. Gabon is a beautiful francophone country located in the central part of Africa. It is not that large. I think the population is not that much, about 4 million or bigger, just as much as the size of Nairobi. It's a very small country and they are actually doing well in their own capacity. So the way they sell their meat is somehow similar to the way we sell our own in Nigeria. But I think theirs have a difference. It's not typically and exactly the way we sell it in our hometown that they do sell theirs in Gabon. The time I went to the market to buy meat, they sell in an open place too. They sell in the market, but theirs is somehow they have a segment, like a place that is just for people that are selling meat to stay. Just as also in Nigeria, when you go to a particular wing in the market, you will see people selling chicken. They are in that wing. Same thing also in Gabon. If you go to big Gabon market, you will see people selling meat lining up in a particular wing. You see people selling chicken in a particular wing. So the time I experienced butchery in Gabon, it was almost a similar pattern with the one in Nigeria. But I think in Gabon, the butchers they weigh the meat, okay, the way they have their weighing scale and it's very much in use. They don't ask you, do you want me to scale it? They don't ask you, do you want me to use the scale for you? Like, in Nigeria, I had to remind the butcher, like, when you people use this scale, and they're like, okay, they use it for only the people selling shawarma, they use it for only the people that are doing business, maybe cooking business, that want a particular gram of meat to be used and all that. So, but for common people like us that buy little by little, and some people too that are buying in very large quantity, they prefer to point at the meat that they want, and they have the butcher cut it out without weighing it to sell. Yeah, but I think in Gabon they weigh the meat, they sell it in kilo, and it's something that is what they do. They usually do it. Is a practice that they do over time. And also at the time, I noticed a shop. I think when I was going to work at the time, I noticed a shop that was building, like that was opening a butchery, kinda like the place is still fresh, the counter and all that thing. So I asked my husband, what is this person doing here? So he was like, okay, that I think he wants to open where they sell meat there. So I think you can also find where they sell meat in shops. You can also find in supermarkets, like the ones that are already frozen and packed. You can find it in every supermarket all around the world. But then the butchery style of meat in Kenya, I've not seen it somewhere else. I don't know where else I could go to in this country, in this continent, Africa, and find exactly that pattern of butchery that I saw in Kenya in in that country. And as you also know, Gabon is a French speaking country. For someone like me that came from an English speaking country, it was very hard for me to communicate. But I was lucky at some point that the people selling the meat, most of them are from my country. So it was easier to just go to your country person, your brother, and have them sell to you. So what I'm not too sure about is the investigation method, whether they are being inspected, whether the cows are stamped, and all the protocols that you guys do in Kenya. So I'm not very sure about that one, but I know that the way we eat cow skin, they also cut cow skin in Gabon. They eat it like we do in Nigeria, but in Kenya, you guys scrape it out. You guys don't consume it, So, but it's a thing for us. You can also find bushmeat in Gabon. You find fish, chicken, bushmeat, and all that. There is something also very striking that I noticed in Gabon about their butchery. The type of chicken they sell is mostly old layer when you go to the market. You know this type of chicken, this type that you see at your backyard in the village that we rear at home naturally. You have your chicken and they keep growing and growing in the backyard, is the type we usually see in Gabon. Anytime I go to the market, I don't see those broilers, those white foreign type of chicken. I don't know if they have specific places where they sell them, but it is not very rampant. And most times where you might see it is when where they sell it in carton, frozen one already frozen back to the carton. But if you want live chicken in Gabon and you go to the market, it's the old layer that you're going to see. So the chicken is usually hard and very strong. Like if you consume it, the meat is usually very strong and all that. You know how old layer is when you're eating it. So it's not like that broiler, the fat big one that I used to do, that is very like fluffy when you're consuming. That one is usually strong and when something is African, that old layer of chicken is from the African origin. They are strong like us. Gabon is more expensive generally, and you will see prices of things sometimes you'll be shocked, but the quantity is always worth it. If you go to the market, say let you get meat as a Nigerian, you will be like, this thing is too big to buy, like meat, I can't finish this, I can't finish that. But then the quantity sometimes is worth it. You sometimes you just buy it in large quantity, there's constant light, you store it in your freezer and use it over a long period of time. But the first time I walked into butchery in Kenya, I was like, so meat can be arranged like boutique clothes. You just be well arranged like boutique clothes, shoes, handbags, properly arranged. Everything was so organized. The beef would be hanging somewhere neatly. The goat meat would be there, so placed and organized. And the liver would be sectioned in another part. Very organized. Even the chopping area looks very, very professional. And the people, butchers, dressed in white, like they are like they're in the theater, ready to operate on someone. And as for the customer service for Kenya and Gabon, I've said it before, customer service in Kenya is mind blowing. You need to be there and experience it. Customer service in Kenya is mind blowing. They'll greet you nicely, they'll welcome you. Like already the way the butchery is looking is giving a relaxed vibe. You go relax, just do what you want to do, get the meat you want to get. The first time I actually went, like I said, the first time I was directed to a butchery shop. It was not even the one I posted. The first time close to the apartment I was lodged, there was a butchery shop. Like if you walk down the aisle, you will see a butchery shop in a house somewhere. Normally, as someone that is coming from where we sell outdoor in the market, I crossed it. I was looking, moping at the streets to see if I'll see any man outside with the meat hanging around outside. I was looking. I did not see. So that was how I went back. I now saw a lady selling fruits, vegetables, and all. I asked her, please, ma, where can I get meat? And she pointed inside the house for me. I'm like, okay. Went into the house. I was like, my man, what is going on? I was asking the guy selling the meat, why are you people inside this place? What's going on? So he was explaining to me that that's how they sell meat, that they are here, this. I was okay. What do you have? He told me the things he had. He had beef, he had chicken, he had goat meat, and which one do I want? So That first time I went for chicken, I got half a kilo of chicken from him. He sliced it for me properly, welcomed me properly, like we were chatty, that kind of thing. But I don't think the people selling in the setting of Nigeria and Gabon, they have that patience to come and start interacting with you that much, because number one, that place is not a comfy area. It's not comfy. It's outdoor. It's this, and they are there strictly for business. They mean business. Once you go there, you keep your straight face, unless you are familiar with the person. You keep your straight face and you ask them, "I want this. I want this. I want this," and they do their business, and you carry your thing. Chawola. But both countries are very unique in their own way. But Francis, from my own perspective, from my own point of view, every other country in Africa should look at that Kenyan standard of butchery and follow it. It should be something that should be a standard that every other African country should look at and build their own system like that. It's going to save all of us from a lot of harm and all that. I know we might have gotten used to that our pattern, but it's better this way too, you know. So guys, that will be all for this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please do well to give me thumbs up, share this video, comment in this video, and also do well to subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. You can also join my channel membership. You can support this channel in any way you can so that we could grow and expand more. Thank you all guys for watching, and see you all in my next video. Bye.